okay. I don't even care what I look like right now. I know I look like a mess. My hair's all greasy. I look all gross because I just came from dance. But, okay, I'm gonna talk slow so you can actually understand me. Okay, I started typing this out. And then it turned into, like, this huge paragraph. And I was like, okay, no one's actually gonna read this. But, you know, probably not gonna watch this video either. But, it's just less work for me. So, okay. I met this woman who met Betty. And she met her, like, multiple times because she lived in New York. And I was like freaking out. I was like trying to, like, because it's my friend's voice teacher. And I was like trying to, like, hold myself together not to, like, embarrass my friend in front of her voice teacher. And I was like dying. And then my friend was like laughing at me. Anyway, okay, so this woman, she took like voice lessons in New York or something, and she lived there for a while, and she'd see Betty at, like, because Betty would go to, like, because it was like she saw her for, oh my god, I'm like jumping down. Okay, so I'd see her, like, she saw her for the first time when Betty was bringing her dog in, not Sophie, the dog before Sophie. It was like a king something spaniel something, I don't know dog name, but dog stuff, but I forget the name. It wasn't like a Sophie, it was like something like, well, obviously it wasn't Sophie, she didn't name all her dogs Sophie, but it was like a name that was, oh my god, I have to sum this up really quick. Oh my god, actually I can't sum it up quick. Anyway, okay. So she saw her, so Betty walked in with the dog or whatever, and the dog had, like, swallowed something or something, and she was sitting there with Bernadette Peters, and they were both, like, at Betty, because Betty was just, like, better than everyone, and, well, actually, she wasn't acting better than everyone, she was just, like, so, like, it was, like, the end of the world because her dog had swallowed something, and she used to see her at, she would, the woman, the voice teacher, she was taking voice lessons with someone, and Betty was taking voice lessons with this other lady, like, in the different room at the same time. And she'd, like, hear Betty cackling with her voice teacher, and I was like, and she'd see her all the time at this grocery store, and one time Betty took Sophie to the grocery store, and the woman was like, and not the woman, the man who was there, like, got all mad at her for bringing Sophie to the grocery store, and she was like, ah! And Betty got all, like, pissed off, and she goes, and she went to this, like, deli type place, and, like, all the men would be, like, in there who, like, the deli people, they'd be like, hey, Lauren, blah, 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 and she'd be like, hey, she's just so, and apparently she's so nice, like, she's really nice to people, until, like, they cross the line, and then she's like, ah, and then, oh my goodness, like, she was at this, like, interview thing, and, some guy asked this question about, like, some kind of personal question about her and Bogey or something to do with Bogey's drinking or kids or something. I don't know, some kind of personal question to do with Bogey. And she was like, and she ignored him, and then he asked the question again. And he was, the voice teacher couldn't remember the question, but she asked the question again, and Betty was like, I heard you the first time. Except she wasn't smiling like I am, she was like, correct. And then and the guy, like, asked her, like, another question later, and she, like, just smiled and looked away, but apparently you could tell she was, like, so angry, and, like, the voice teacher went on about how, like, fierce Betty is, and, like, how, like, she's even more beautiful in person. I was like, and she has really, really nice skin, and, like, the last time she saw her was, like, 6 years ago, but, like, she saw her, like, from, like, 15 years ago to, like, 6 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, different times, like, just hang around New York. And she said, like, Betty, when she'd go around New York, she always had, like, scarves on her head. And you'd recognize her because of her voice. And I was like, and, oh my goodness, how it feels. Just, and, okay, I'm trying to remember, like, everything she said, so I don't, oh my god, if any of you follow me on Twitter, I feel bad for you, because I was just, like, freaking out. Actually, like, 98% of you don't, which is a good thing, but, when they were making, the voice teacher, she lived, like, in this, like, apartment or whatever, and it's where they filmed the end of, The Mirror Has Two Faces, you know, the whole scene with, like, what's his face, and Barbara Streisand, and they're there, and they're filming it, and there were, like, people, because they'd have, like, these big, like, lights, you know, because they were filming a scene, for the movie, and people would, like, yell out, like, we're making a movie, well, I mean, not we're making a movie, that's what Betty said. I'm sorry. They'd be like, turn the lights off, ah! And then Betty was like, we're making a movie, like, this is, like, she'd say something like, this is, like, we're doing our craft, or something, some kind of, like, she wouldn't, like, yell at them, but she'd just be like, and apparently her and Barbara Streisand didn't get along at all, because, Barbara would, like, make her do, like, a bunch of, like, different takes, like, it'd be all, like, perfect with all, like, the different angles and stuff, and Betty was like, this is bullshit, and, like, she just, like, want to just do the scene or whatever, and, What else? And the voice teacher told me that she'd email her friend who worked on The Mirror Has Two Faces and get more Betty stories. I was like, I love you. I swear I didn't actually say that because I didn't want to like scare her. And oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember everything. Oh my goodness, it's all like a blur. Oh my god, I need like my Twitter feed and just read that out. And he said that she said that she had this friend who knew Betty Davis, and Betty got him fired off of some movie or something, and then every time that he'd hear her name, he'd like hiss and make like a cross with his fingers, and he'd be like, that bitch and all that stuff. I was like, ah. But oh my goodness, but Betty, she said that not Betty Davis, we're back to Betty Bacall now. I'm sorry, I'm so random. But actually not, because okay, never mind. I know I'm a really random person. Anyway, okay. But she said that Betty is like one of like she's like always like one of the most intelligent people that like she ever met. I was like, and she said that oh my god, I can't remember. Oh yeah, she said like one day because at the like voice, like she went to like this big like opera place, like voice place, because she's like pro voice, like she's really good at singing. And one day Betty ate like the cafeteria with everyone. Everyone was like, because Betty. I was like, oh my god. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh my god, if I remember anything else, I'll type it up. But I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just like dying right now because like, okay, I met someone who met Betty. Like that's better than the handprint thing. Like remember my really excited video, but now I'm just like, it hasn't even sunk in yet. Actually, like she met like the queen of the world. Like, oh my god. Okay, I'm done.